بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Respected elders, brothers and friends, once upon a time in the past we were not here, and once upon a time in the near future we will not be here. And right now, we are sitting once upon this opportunity. What is life? Life is an opportunity. Allah Ta'ala has given us an opportunity to prepare for the life of the hereafter. And we only get one chance. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said, Mali walid dunya. He said, what do I have to do with the dunya? What affiliation do I have with the dunya? And he wasn't just talking about himself, he was advising us that, oh my ummah, you should understand that your affiliation with the dunya should be limited. He gives his own example, but he's really talking about us. He said, my example is like a person, كَرَاكِبٍ إِسْتَظَلَّ تَحْتَ شَجَرَةٍ ثُمَّ رَاحَ فَتَرَكَهَا. I'm like a person who's traveling. He stops under a tree, rests for a while, then he packs up again and he leaves. So this is our example. We're all travelers. We've come from the sea of souls, the alam arwah, and we have various stations. The first of our station when we come into this world is the stomach of the mother. Second station is the stomach of this world. Then we will go into the stomachs of the grave, and then the hereafter, the ultimate abode. So respected brothers and elders, we're all travelers here. And we all have to assess ourselves, that what am I doing to prepare for the life of the hereafter. This one opportunity that Allah Ta'ala has given me and made me from the ummah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Therefore it is not sufficient for me to be practicing myself, but I am a person who has to make an effort in the whole of the ummah. One of our scholars used to say, when you ask people that, where are you from? So somebody says, I'm from Africa, somebody says, I'm from the subcontinent, I'm from here, I'm from there. Even though he's living in England. Why? Because a person considers the motherland, watan, the place where our grandparents, forefathers, parents come from. So the scholar, he said that when people say that my watan is here and there and everywhere, so no, you're all wrong. Our real watan asli, our real homeland is Jannah. Because the definition of a motherland is a place where your parents come from. And our father and the father of all of mankind is Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. And our mother is Hawa alayhi salam. And they came from Jannah. So our real watan and homeland is Jannah. So the scholar says that he sent us, Allah Ta'ala sent us from Jannah into this world, and here we're only here for a short time. The reason why he sent us is so that we may come into this world, we make an effort on ourselves, we may make effort on others, and we may take all of mankind back with us into paradise. हम तो जन्नत वाले हैं, जन्नत से आए हैं, और इसलिए भेजा गया है ताकि हम वापस क़यामत के दिन लोगों को अपने साथ जन्नत में ले जाए. The Allah used to go on to say, bil asaf, with great regret, we came into this world, and let alone worrying for the Jannah and the paradise of other people, we forgot to make an effort and a worry and concern for our own paradise. We came into this world, ad-dunya sijnul mu'min wa jannatul kafir. For the non-believers it is Jannah. We came into this world, we saw their Jannah, and we aspired to grab their Jannah. And we forgot our own ultimate paradise, and we forgot the paradise of all of mankind. And then he used to say that because of this, we have lost our way, and because of this we are guilty in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Jamaats from the subcontinent were sent in the 50s and 60s, the first Jamaats sent to America, The elders carefully selected the brothers. And then when they give them the hidayat talk, the guidance, one of the scholars, he said to them, he said, look, you're going to a place, you're going from a poor country, you're going to a place where the roads are very wide, the cars are very big, and there is an abundance of everything. You open the taps and money comes out, kind of thing. Har cheez ki real pale hai, abundance of everything. And you're going from a poor country, so when you go there and you see their abundance and their bounties and their affluence, so don't salivate. Muh se raal mat tapkana. Don't salivate, don't think, oh, Allah, make me just like him. Don't salivate over their dunya. Instead of dripping spit and water from your mouths, drip water from your eyes. मुंह से राल मत टपकाना, बल्कि ठंडी आहें भर भर के आंखों से आंसू बहाना. Because Allah Ta'ala does not take the service of His deen from those people who look at the dunya of the people of dunya and salivate over their dunya. But Allah Ta'ala takes work of His deen, service of His deen from those people who look at the affluence of the people of the dunya and think that, Ya Allah, you've given them everything here and they have no deen, what's going to happen to them in the akhirat? Yeah, they are utilizing and they are enjoying in this world and there's nothing left for them in the akhirat. Ya Allah, what's going to happen to them in the hereafter? And they cry over them. Such people Allah Ta'ala takes a service of His deen from. And the elder went on to say that the Sahaba al-Kiram are the prime example of this. The Sahaba Kiram, it was not as if they did not see the dunya. They were desert dwellers, they were poor people. But they went out into the world and they saw dunya like we have never seen. When they went into the Persian and the Roman Empire, they saw abundance, rivers of gold. One of the emperors, his crown was so heavy and so embellished with jewels and emeralds and diamonds that it was physically impossible for any human being to place it on his head. If they placed it on the king's head, his neck would crush, it would kill him. Therefore it was dangled by gold chains above his head and he used to come and sit on his throne and it used to look to the onlooker like he's wearing the crown. The Sahaba Kiram saw this. But they did not salivate over the dunya. They didn't think, oh, he's so lucky, I wish I was just like him. Instead, they cried for them. They said, Ya Allah, they have the dunya, they have everything of the dunya. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يَتَمَتَّعُونَ وَيَأْكُلُونَ كَمَا تَأْكُلُ الْأَنْعَامُ وَالنَّارُ مَثْوًى لَهُمْ. They are enjoying the ni'mats of this world. They are benefiting, they are eating, drinking, like animals eat and drink. But the ultimate abode in the hereafter is hellfire. Ya Allah, what's going to happen to them? And they cried for them. So respected brothers and elders, this is the purpose of our life. We live in a world, and we live in a part of the world where, mashallah, هَذَا مِن فَضْلِ رَبِّي. One Molana, he says, that I was explaining to one brother, about the akhirat, give him doubt. He said, what are you talking about? If I consume interest, if I defraud people, if I con people, if I do haram, there will be no barakat. What are you talking about? Alhamdulillah, yahan to barakat hi barakat hai. Everything is good. I never pray my salat, but it's raining money here. What are you talking about? Now look at this takhti I have in my shop. هَذَا مِن فَضْلِ رَبِّي. Mawli Sahib said, هَذَا مِن غَضَبِ رَبِّي. Allah Ta'ala is not happy with you. If you are disobeying Allah and you are acquiring your dunya. And he explained, he said, ni'mats are not every ni'mat is a ni'mat. Not every bounty is a bounty. A person needs to understand this. A ni'mat can be a ni'mat can be a zahmat also, can be a calamity also. The elder, he explained beautifully, he said, ni'mats are of two kinds. We should not think that, alhamdulillah, dunya is coming, so Allah is happy with me. No, assess your life. How much amal do I have in my life? If I am performing my salat, making the effort of deen, striving for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah ta'ala is giving me, then alhamdulillah. Otherwise, it is istidraj, it is rope that Allah Ta'ala is giving me. The elder, he explained beautifully, ni'mats are of two kinds. Sulaimani, Dawoodi ni'mat, as Allah Ta'ala gave to Sulaiman alayhi salam, Dawood alayhi salam, but he was pleased with them. They were in his obedience. And there are Qaruni, Firauni, Namrudi ni'mats also, that Allah Ta'ala gave them lots, but he was displeased with them. So a person needs to assess himself, assess the people around him, take pity, and break away from the love of the dunya. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Ajib, La yazalu rajulan shabban fi ithnain. A person, Allahu Akbar, logic says, many of our youngsters, they say, Maulvi Sahab, it's all good, but not now. When I get older, then I know I'm going. I know I'm going to die. But then I'll do everything. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no. If a person does not make an effort on himself from day one, and a constant effort is not made, our logic says as a person gets older, gets closer to death, sees all his friends and all his colleagues are passing away, then he knows that I'm next maybe. So then he will make a preparation for the akhirat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no. If he has not made an effort on his heart, as a person gets older, he gets younger in two respects. Allahu Akbar. Sadaqallah wa sadaqa Rasuluh. Completely defies logic, but we see it all the time. A person, if he is not making effort on his heart, as he gets older and older, in two respects, he gets younger and younger. Hubbud dunya, love for the dunya. So sometimes an old person has more love for the dunya. You speak to youngsters, you say, bro, how's it going? How much money you got tucked away? You got to buy a house. He said, I got 150 quid last time I checked. Man, you've been working for 7 years. What have you done with all the money? Come on, myself. Easy come, easy go. And you ask Baba, it's a bank account, building society account, under the mattress account, don't worry. I got plenty stashed away. Hubbud dunya wa tulul amal. Long aspirations. You talk to youngsters, bro, what do you want to be? I don't know. What are you doing? I'm at university. What are you doing? Studying. Economics. Okay. So what do you want to become? I don't know. Maybe a pilot. What? You're doing economics, you want to be a pilot? I don't know. He doesn't know where he's going. No, everything, easy come, easy go. Old man, you talk to him, Baba, akhirat tayyari, qabar akhirat, you're getting on now, you're touching 80. No. I'm not going to go yet. I've got to get my grandson married yet. First his aspiration, get all my kids married off, then inshallah, Allah, if you call me to you, I will come. But now he's saying, abhi to pote ki shadi. Oh, how old is your pota? He was born last week. Hubbud dunya wa tulul amal. We see it all the time. Harun Rashid was a king, a pious king. I remember quite a few years ago, I was here with Shams Sahab, Hafiz Patel Sahab Rahmatullah. Hafiz Patel Sahab was sitting here and I mentioned this hadith. And Hafiz Sahab sometimes used to do a tajub on the hadith. He was like this. Look at the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Defies logic. Aqal kehti hai ke when you get older, you'll automatically prepare. I said, no. If you've not made your heart, then automatically you will not prepare. A person has to make a constant, conscious effort on his heart. One of our ustads used to say, he said, I went to a qabristan, to a janaza. He said, the guy standing next to me, he was so old, I was thinking that if he falls, if he stumbles, I'm going to grab him. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe next time I come for janaza, it'll be his. And then he goes that, we get all the selves were being made. Maulvi Sahab was saying, bhai, make the selves. The dodayas were saying, bhai, odd numbers, bhai, ye karo, wo karo, and all that. He goes, we're doing all that. And then he goes, 2, 3, 4 selves ahead, there was another old man, as old as this guy. And he's turning out, looking around like this. Both of them got hearing aids on, 2 hearing aids. And they're looking around like this. So he's looking for his friend, this friend. So this friend, he spotted him, he put his hand up. Maulvi Sahab is saying, bhai, make yourselves. We're about to start the namaz, and this guy is waving at him, he's waving at him. And he's going like this to him. That guy is telling, he's going like this. He's jumping up and down excitedly. He's going really excited. Like this. And this guy, Do you understand? He's saying something. And Maulvi Sahib saying, Bhai, namaz, salat starting. And this guy is getting excited. He said, whoa, I don't understand. My ustad goes, I got inquisitive as well, curious, that what is so pressing, what is so urgent that this guy has to tell him now, everyone is facing that way, this guy is facing this way. And getting so excited, full of excitement. So my ustad, then Imam Sahib said, Allahu Akbar, so he started namaz, everyone started namaz. So my ustad thought that I need to find out what was so pressing, that janaza is in front of us, we're in the qabristan, these two guys are so old, maybe next time it's for them, the janaza, and he has to tell him this important message. So he said, after the salat, I stuck with this old man. And this old man, he went straight to his friend. Everyone is going for the janaza, these two are meeting up. He goes, what were you, tu kya keh raha tha? So he goes, main kehte thak gaya, teri samajh mein nahi aayi. He goes, no, I didn't understand you. Because at that time, England were playing another team, another country, cricket match, test match. So he goes, when I came into the qabristan on the way, on the radio in my son's car, I was listening. And he goes, they just lost a 4th wicket. Unki apni wicket ghirne wali hai. He's going to lose his own wicket very soon. You're not worried about that. But in the qabristan, in front of the qabrs, in front of the janaza, this is a condition. This is a condition of all of us. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, visit the graveyards, for it increases the remembrance of death. We go to graveyards, it still does not remind us of our death. Why? Because we have not made the effort on our hearts. And I'll end with one final example. Harun Rashid Rahmatullah, he was told that in your kingdom there is one woman, she claims to have met a Sahabi. Harun Rashid was a very neck person and he valued knowledge. So he said, please bring her to me. So they went to her and they bought her, and she was very old. So she came, and Harun Rashid, he really welcomed her, and he was very cordial, very nice to her. And then he said to her, Amma, have you actually heard a hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam from a Sahabi? She said, yes, I have. He said, please, can you tell me that hadith? She said, of course, Your Royal Highness. And which hadith did she say? Allahu Akbar. She quoted the same hadith that I just mentioned to you. That I heard from Anas or one of the Sahabi, that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that as a person gets older, he gets younger in 2 respects. Love for dunya and long aspirations, if he doesn't make an effort on himself. So Harun Rashid, he started crying. And then to honor her, he blessed her. He gave her 10,000 dinars as a gift. And then he bade her farewell. He said, okay, you can go now. So she was so grateful. When he gave her 10,000, she was like, oh, so happy. Then she started to go, and she's being supported to walk. She stopped, and she said, take me back to the king. So now she's turned around, she's coming back, so king is curious. So, Amma, why did you come back? I just wanted to ask a question. This gift that you have given me, is it a one-off gift? Are you going to give me this gift every year? So Harun Rashid said, no, Amma, inshallah, come to me every year, I will honor you in this way every year. So she got even more happy. And then she took leave, she went. After some time, a few minutes later, the courtiers came running and said, oh, Your Royal Highness, we have some bad news for you. I said, what's that? That old woman who came to you, we were taking her, and before she left the palace, she collapsed and she died. Harun Rashid started crying, and he said, Sadaqa Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The woman who I have heard the hadith from has become an example of the hadith herself. That she was so close to that, and she's worried, am I going to get it next year also? So this is why, brothers, we are all in this together, and we are all sick, and we all have weaknesses of Iman, and this is why constantly we need to make an effort. assess ourselves. How much am I increasing in the zikr of Allah, in the remembrance of Allah? One of the scholars wrote to his sheikh, who was another great scholar, and he said to him, it was a letter of complaint. We complain about each other. A person who makes effort on himself, he complains about himself. Allahumma ashku ilayka dha'fa qillati, dha'fa quwwati. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he complain about? Oh Allah, these people have pelted me so much, I am bleeding. No, he complained about himself. A person who makes effort on himself, usko apni hi kamzoriyan nazar aayegi. And he will complain about himself. So this sheikh, he wrote a letter, this alim, he wrote a letter to his sheikh. He said, make dua for me. मेरे पास तो एक सिजदा भी ऐसा नहीं है जो काबिल कबूल हो और अल्लाह पाक के हुजूर में पेश करने के काबिल हो. I feel that I don't have even one prostration that I can present in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray for me. The sheikh wrote back to him. He was a great alim. He wrote back to him. He said, तुम तो एक सिजदे की बात करते हो, मेरे पास तो तस्बीह का एक दाना भी नहीं है जो पेश करने के काबिल हो. He said, I don't even have one bead of dhikr that I can present in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we are increasing in the effort, we should be increasing in our own self-analyzation. If a person is increasing in the effort and thinking, mashallah, mashallah. I heard this from Shamsab many years ago, maybe he doesn't remember. He told me. He said, if you spend your time well, at the end of your 40 days, 4 months, you'll think, I've done nothing. But if you've not made the correct effort, you'll think, mashallah, where's my collar? I've spent 40 days, I've spent 4 months. A person will, and the example for us, one of the examples is, Hanzala has become a munafiq. Allahu Akbar. When the iman opened up, it exposed their own weaknesses. This is what iman does. And Allahu Akbar, look how Allah Ta'ala works. When Hanzala radiallahu ta'ala is complaining about himself, Hanzala has become a munafiq. Who did Allah Ta'ala make him meet on the way? None other than the Siddiq of the Ummah, the best of all Ummatis. And what this Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala said to him, Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, bro, you need to get yourself checked. You need to spend 4 months. Is that what he said? You need to join more regularly. What did Siddiq radiallahu say? He said, I feel the same thing. Because the more the iman increases, the more a person thinks nothing of himself. And this is why we should be increasing in our effort, and we should be increasing in our self-analyzation. And I should be assessing myself, have I fallen prey to this prediction of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that as I am getting on, am I falling more and more in love with the dunya and are my aspirations increasing? Or have I got shawq-e watan? One of the scholars, he wrote a kitab about akhirat. What did he call it? Shawq-e watan. Love for the homeland. The whole thing is about the journey of the akhirat. One of the scholars we met yesterday, he said that this book is out of publication. I feel I want to have it printed again and distribute it for free. It's in Urdu, it's been translated into English as well. Shawq-e watan. Am I looking forward to meeting my Allah? Whoever looks forward to meeting Allah, Allah Ta'ala looks forward to meeting him also. Have I made that kind of preparation? This is why we have these gatherings, we come together, we make fikr, we analyze ourselves. I analyze myself, all the brothers analyze ourselves, and then we make a concerted effort together. And we support each other, we help each other, we push people forward. Not that I should get ahead, but one of the elders, he said, by Siri bano Siri. Don't try to become a stage, but become a ladder. Why? What happens? The ladder, it pegs other people up. Other people get on the roof because of the ladder. What happens to the ladder itself? It's standing in the corner. Nobody knows the ladder. It's covered in paint. In our countries, in a lot of our masjids, it's sitting on top of the toilets. But people don't know that all these lights, fans, the ceiling was made because of the ladder. Everything was elevated because of the ladder. And the ladder is sitting in the toilet. One of the scholars, he said, that da'i ki ye tamanna ho ke log meri qabr ko bhi na jane. The da'i's aspiration should be, no one should know me, no one should know where my grave is also. This is Sahaba Kiram's desire, ikhlas. Everyone should get ahead because of me, through my efforts, but me, I am known by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kam min ma'rufin fil ardi majhulun fis sama. So many people are known on the earth, but they are not unknown in the skies. And so many people are majhul in the dunya, but they are superstars in the heavens. Allah Ta'ala make us of them. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.